All right. So we have, what is it, Micah, Sadie, and Rainfall. Let's go see what Sadie, because there's something about Colm, so we might be trying to wrap up our loose ends, even though it's just a fucking mess in general.
Yep.
Eventually, I'll fucking use this new gun. Fucking bought this damn repeating shotgun. I have not used it. Ooh, I can't see anything doing that. You know, with all these situations, you know, you would think that at this point you're like, all right, we can't. You don't want to, you know, Arthur's mindset doesn't want to kill Dutch because he feels like, okay, maybe there's a way to bring him back from this. Start thinking clearly. At the same time, it's like, man, imagine if you just put a bullet in his head and just ended this, or if he just, you know, was done with all this. But he's already at the point of dying. And he's trying to keep everyone alive while he, with whatever bit of life he's got left, trying to keep things together. But it's like at this point, there's not much left Arthur can do. And right after Hosea died, Micah's been on the dick of a Dutch this entire time. So. So, I know we're at the final chapter, and I don't know how many more missions there are, but I'll probably do one or two more, and I'm going to probably wrap it up, because we've already been going for a pretty long time, and a big chunk of it was stranger missions, but I got a few things I got to take care of tonight, so I want to get them taken care of. Then the next time we play will be the final chapter, and then the epilogues, from what I heard. Fucking bear.
Whoa, hold now. Look out!
Yelling now. The fuck? I don't know. Somebody's in there getting robbed.
I just want to be rid of you. Someone! Anyone! You can cut that out right now. I owe you my life.
There. I saved you.
It's the least I can do. Please.
Well, thanks, mister. Be careful now.
I owe you. Shan't forget it.
I'll take one little bit of money. I haven't even taken anything. We've been on a decline of money, really, if we're being honest, because of all the kindness. But I don't think it really matters at this point. If we're getting close to the end, I really don't have a lot to spend it on at this rate. Not till the next repeater unlocks.
Looking like a lady won't help us if you're not going to
Don't
act
you
like
worry
one.
about me.
There you are. Here I am.
Goodbye,
Come
dear
on,
friend.
let's
That's
go.
not what I like to
Let's
see.
go where? And why are you so riled
Well, I guess.
Today is a great day, Arthur. Today is the day they are going to hang Colm O'Driscoll.
That's so.
Rather they hang him or I shoot him.
Oh, they are gonna hang him.
Yeah, and not before time.
That boy's been on the gallows more than most. I wouldn't count anything until his neck's broke.
Well, nor would I. Which is why, despite us being wanted men, we're gonna attend the event ourselves.
And follow him onto the scaffold?
Well, let's hope not. But if I could see that son of a bitch breathe his last, I think I'd die a happy man. We are gonna disguise ourselves
In this?
in this.
Oh boy. I'm already a sickly looking son of a bitch.
Okay.
Come on.
I always forget that Sadie or Adler or whatever you want to call her has that vendetta again, because I completely
Well,
forgot
don't
where
we
she
just
came
look
from
the part?
until the other day. I was like,
Cut through the
wait,
alley
she was
to
the
get to
lady we
gallows.
saved in the beginning.
We keep our weapons holstered, our disguises on, and our wits about us.
Mrs. Adler, might I say, being a fancy woman of Saint Denis suits you.
I'd dress up like the Queen of Sheba if it meant seeing that son of a bitch swing.
Colm hung me up, nearly butchered me. That don't mean I'm comfortable in this woolen coat.
You made it out of that predicament, as I remember, Mr. Morgan. My husband weren't so lucky.
You lost your husband. I lost my darling Annabelle. That poor boy Kieran. We've all lost something because of Colm. And that is why we will shepherd him to eternity.
Amen to that.
Now keep those fingers off those triggers, because we'll need cool heads and calm dispositions to see this done.
Practice what you preach, brother.
Whatever do you mean?
Are you gonna keep your cool? Really? When you seem to lose it all so often now.
This doubting and questioning of yours? I miss the old Arthur.
I miss the
Don't
old
we
Dutch.
You two quit it. Y'all got a job to do, and we're all in rough agreement about how we're doing it. As far as I can tell.
Exactly.
We'll get it done, all right.
All right then. Come on.
It's,
We gotta
to,
hang
to
him.
Arthur, this is like, he doesn't care too much. I mean, yeah, he hates it, but revenge isn't a game he doesn't want to play. Yeah, I've been here like 3 times. I watched a guy fail at his electrocution chair. Now I watched some other random thing happen and I just walked away from.
Hey. All right. Good. Now, you see that pair of assholes?
Sure.
They're Combs boys.
Yes, I think so.
What a surprise. I'm glad we're here. What are they pointing at?
I don't know. We gotta follow them and find out.
Yeah. Oh, here comes somebody. Stay here.
Don't do nothing.
I'll do something.
Go brush that horse, officer.
Yes, sir.
The crowd came to see a show. We don't want to disappoint them.
I guess they did miss their chance to see John swing by his neck.
Hey, you know I wasn't going to let it come to that.
I guess I don't know what I know no more.
And I guess this isn't the time to question either my decisions or yours. Here and now, Colm O'Driscoll's going to get his due. He's cutting in there.
But don't worry, my GPS has still got a log on him.
Let's go. Quiet.
What's it look like? Bunch of cops.
How many?
Enough. So what do you think?
Paul's up on the roof. Once he starts shooting, we have to have our wits about us and move fast.
Yeah, I guess we faced worse than this before.
Sure. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Won't get to use my fucking
They got a
shotgun.
guy up on the roof, overlooking the gallows. Find a way up there, onto one of these verandas, through a building maybe, and get him. And do it silently.
Well, obviously I'm gonna do it silently. I want to see this bastard swing.
Funny that he doesn't care much for revenge, but then he really wasn't. But then again, Colm is like the one guy that's put a lot on everybody.
Oh, Arthur, there's a ladder. Find a way up to the roof and stop him.
Where's this shooter then?
There's nothing to be suspicious about.
But I saw him stumbling out of his schoolhouse in the middle of the night with another woman.
Well, there's something to be said for consistency, I suppose.
Wow, what we got here?
Him not here. That's what we got. Man, I just want to fucking stealth. Cause it's like everything I want to do is not happening.
Your boss is gonna swing, I promise.
And now I'm stuck with the knife. Are you kidding me? Now I don't have a knife out. God damn it. Local region highlights.
There goes your escape plan.
From Barbary.
Oh, there's the Carcano rifle or whatever.
Yet justice itself can at times be barbaric. For sometimes a man is so savage, the only way to deal with him justly is by savagery. Colm O'Driscoll is one such man. He has
Damn it.
murdered, tortured, robbed, stolen, raped, and abused for a decade across.
What would happen if I just shoot him right in the face?
seemingly with impunity. Today, justice catches up with him.
As well you may. I've been a bad man.
Silence!
These charges are...
This is not a court where you shall be tried. This is a place where your sentence is to be carried out. And your sentence, Colm O'Driscoll, is that you are to be hanged by the neck until you are dead. This is not a task we take lightly. It is not a task we enjoy. But it is a task we must carry out if our civilization is to prosper.
That guy. Ah.
Gentlemen, are we ready? Colm O'Driscoll, may God, in his infinite wisdom, have mercy upon your soul. Whenever you are ready.
Oof. That realization.
How it feels to watch somebody you love die. You ruined my life!
Alright, well.
Morgan! You hear us? Take a shot on these O'Driscolls!
I can't fucking see where they are. I can't get out of the scope. I'm just letting people try to free him.
Judge will die same day as Colm O'Driscoll.
Keep moving!
I can't get a shot on him!
I don't even know who's shooting. Where?
He's going for it! We got a wagon! We got a wagon load of them coming! There! By the wagon!
By the wagon. I am not a fan of using scope weaponry, as you can tell.
That wagon is going to get us out of here! Come on!
Well, this one wasn't Dutch's fault. This one was Sadie, but she had her
We
reason.
got him.
Let's just get out of here.
Go!
He looked alive for a second, and I was like, what the fuck? I shot that man like 3 times in the head before, you know, just to make sure, you know, a little triple tap check. Oh, man. I just watched Uncle like pop in from the top of that tree.
How you get on, Arthur?
Well, we saw the bastard hang okay, but the whole thing ain't gonna save us.
I guess that's one less thing to worry about.
I guess compared to the entire government, in the end, Colm O'Driscoll didn't seem like such a worry.
A letter came for you.
Oh, okay.
I know it's from that Mary.
Mary?
I can smell
She
it.
ain't worth it, Arthur.
Thank you, Tilly.
Who is?
I'm dying, so does it matter?
My dear Arthur, you never showed up. And now, after looking at the newspapers, I understand why. I don't imagine you'll receive this letter, but I, nonetheless, must send it. Arthur. Oh, Arthur. I was just starting to dream the silliest and softest of dreams. I miss you, and I will always miss you. But I cannot live like that. And it seems you cannot live any other way. When I'm with you, the world makes sense. But when we are apart, I see clearly that your world is not a world from which one can escape. I'm so sorry for everything. For everything long ago, and for starting up that business again. There's a good man within you, Arthur. But he is wrestling with a giant. And the giant wins time and again. You've broken my heart again. And I fear I have broken yours. And for that, I will never forgive myself. But you must let me go now.
What does she mean I never showed up? What did I not
You
show
gave
up
me
to?
many years ago, when we were both young. Not because I don't like it, but because I care for it far too much, and it reminds me too much of you. I hope one day you will find some people in love who can use this, for it kept me thinking of you all these years, and I hope by returning it to you, I can finally be free. Goodbye, Mary.
Jesus. Leave that envelope there.
Hi, Mary Beth.
Hi. I'm all happy still. I don't get what she meant by I never show up. Was that just the, oh god, I forgot this guy. I don't really want to go hunting with him. That's Eagle, and I gotta go talk up to Rainfalls. We'll go see. We'll do that mission since I went so far away. I wonder if she means like me running away. Right, because she did say, or we did say that let me get some money and then I'll see you. Never showed up. The news. I mean, I'm a guy who's a fan of like some kind of closure in certain things, so like part of me wishes that there was just one more mission with her. That I would have talked to her. She would have seen that I was really ill. And then we could have had like one final like face-to-face goodbye kind of deal. But, you know, at least there was a goodbye. It like closed off that arc of the story of Mary.
Easy there, girl.
I mean, to be honest, it's like shutting down everything, like story-wise for Arthur as they're coming to a close. I mean, it makes sense. We're at the final chapter for everything. As far as the epilogues of who knows what the fuck that's even about. But, like, still. It's like I said, we all know how Red Dead 1 is, so we all kind of know how this is going to play out with certain things, but still. One of those things you just don't want to see it play out. You hope for things to be a little bit differently. Since we didn't kill, trying to see if I'm still in the sink. Yeah, that's fine. Oh boy. Well, I can test out my gun. I haven't gotten to fucking use.
Easy choice. Hop on down, or next round in your skull.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Tough guy, huh? Check his pocket.
Come on.
Let's see what
I'm
you
closer.
got. Suckers is out now. Take him out.
Outnumbered, you say? Well, I have a shotgun that's repeating. Dude, he's got like part of his head still there. It's funny, just the entire shift change. Like, everything was happy. You were an aggressive guy who just did not give a fuck. Like, you were done, you know? I'm gonna reset this capture too, because I could feel, when I look over, just a pretty hefty delay on things. It was just like, you know, you were rough, tough, aggressive, because you kind of had ideas, you knew what you were doing, and you didn't really doubt a whole lot. Like, you weren't questioning your family or whatever, your gang. Now, with Dutch being on the deep end, it's like second guessing, and at this point, he's not looking for, you know, saving or anything. He's just, you know, what's the point of slowly dying and being angry and aggressive at this point? So that's why I'm like, I've been like super nice now. And I mean, the game pretty much did. I mean, I wonder if you would have thrown Strauss or whatever out after the, because there was one to take the locket, and then there was one to, the other one was just plain, just give money or just get rid of the debt. But it'd be funny if we would have saw him in the next, but I don't actually remember how many years apart it is. But if Dutch is still alive in Red Dead 1, then, you know, I mean, Strauss looks a bit old. I'm not sure. He could have probably also just been killed with his fucking line of business, the way he's doing. I'm trying to turn. I was literally hitting left or right. One of them, like, I was holding a direction. Just fucking go. I'm just like, no, I can't. It, like, tries to prevent you from trying to go through, like, smaller areas sometimes. I don't know. God damn it. My fucking horse has, like, 9 concussions plus.
Hey there!
Now Dutch is fucking paranoid and ridiculous. Everybody's a traitor at this point to him. I don't think he would care if the entire gang died and it was just him and Micah. I feel like that's all he thinks he needs. And hiding behind this fake belief, this false belief that thinks that keeps him on a higher hierarchy than everyone else. Literally, the movement feels like I'm doing the drift, but I'm not holding square or whatever. That's what it feels like. It's just this force is shoving me around. I literally have no control. I stopped moving my analog stick altogether at that point. Like, this game's great and all, but the horse riding is very, very finicky.
You alright, girl?
Like, imagine if you had, like, like, trying to control, like, 2 parts of a magnet that try to push away from each other. That's what's happening. Now, imagine doing that in, like, GTA driving. You're about to crash in a car, and there's just this weird magnet pushing you around.
There, girl. Yeah. damn way! You good, girl?
46 degrees. Problem is, I don't know what's too cold for him. Like, I know when you're in the snow, it'd be really cold. Hunting guy? I don't know. Honestly, not trying to eat someone.
Yeah.
It's cold. Now I just look like an insane man walking up to talk. Hey, can I have some of your stew?
Partner?
What do you want from this place?
Ew.
Hello?
Come in. You don't sound very well.
I'm not. I think I'm dying.
And I hope you find peace.
I don't know too much about peace.
Apparently not. Did you have fun with my son, the impetuous prince? I believe you went on a raid with him.
I'm sorry.
I suppose I lack the grandeur of a conventional king.
I don't know too many kings.
Colonel Favors, he has already exacted some measure of revenge for the raid. 2 women were assaulted by his men.
I'm very sorry about all of this.
Yes. Sometimes the correct path, the bravest path, is the least obvious and also the gentlest. I'm a great disappointment to my son.
Your son seems to want a war.
My son thinks there is glory in death. Maybe he's right, but for me, I saw death being handed out so freely by the most foolish of men, I never could equate it with victory. Glory has come in service. Maybe. Maybe not, I don't know.
I've killed a lot of people. For a whole lot of dumb reasons, and I ain't never seen much glory in it.
Well, your friend, Mr. Vanderlyn, he talks a lot. I don't know him, but my son is easily led.
I'm not sure I get you.
Well, perhaps we could go for a ride. I'm an old man. My whole life I have tried to bring peace.
But I ain't doing so good.
Then maybe you can take pity on my plight. Please, it won't take long. And maybe I can help you with that cough.
Sir! I'm glad I caught you, sir.
Captain Monroe, do you know my friend, Mr. Morgan?
No, sir. I don't have the pleasure.
Arthur Morgan.
It's an honor, sir.
How can I help you, Captain?
Yes.
I was just in Saint Denis. I spoke with the mayor. It's not good news, I'm afraid. May I ride with you for a little?
Of course. Follow me.
Where are we going?
I want to show you Right up in the mountains that's long been sacred to me. A place for reflection and healing.
Now, I wonder if the wolf has some kind of symbolic meaning to the Native American stuff.
We can
And I bet
rest when
that's
we
might
there.
get brought, because I was just remembering that dream and he kept seeing him like the wolf.
What is this news, Captain Monroe?
Yes, sir. As I mentioned, I did speak again with the mayor and the Bureau of Indian Affairs in Saint Denis at length, but regrettably, it appears the oil company has already received approval to move forward with drilling on the reservation's land.
I supposed as much. So what does that mean for us now?
I'm not sure just yet. I didn't get the impression anything would be happening for a few months. I'm very sorry, sir. I did everything I could.
I know, Captain.
And I assure you I will continue to do as much as
Wish
I
there was a
can.
button to do these
Mr.
like
Morgan,
idle animations.
Would you have time to help me at all? I would rather certain actions were taken by friends outside the tribe.
Sure, I can help.
That's good news. Thank you. Come meet me on the reservation whenever you can. I'm sorry to be forward, but there's so much to be done.
Believe me, sir, I am not holding up all too well.
Anyway, gentlemen, I won't take up any more of your time. I'll see you
You're
both
sick.
soon.
Well, you're sick. You only gain benefits from consuming limited amount of food and drink.
Sure. Thank you, Captain.
Enjoy the ride.
We'll continue on this way. I'm going to look for some herbs to give you.
Coming past.
What? Coming past.
Good girl.
I don't know what the temp was up here.
See the wolves over there feasting on that horse? Brutality and beauty are both all around us. Yet so often we're unable to see past our own grievances. This is what I try to teach my son.
Unless the reputation thing, I saw wolves because I was evil, and I'm seeing it because that last daydream I had was an elk or whatever.
There was no need to harm them.
You know, there was like an elk or something more peaceful.
It's okay.
Look, we are almost maxed out being a really good guy.
We can talk if you want, Mr. Morgan. But don't feel like you have to. It's a beautiful ride ahead if you need some time to think.
So, we don't know each other too well, but I wanted to speak to you about your son. I was there on the raid to steal back those horses, and, well, you know something of Dutch, I think.
Yes, a little. Mostly from your friend Charles.
I don't know why Dutch is getting in...
Sorry, hold up a moment. That'll have to wait. Some of the plants I need will be growing down here. This is what I was looking for. English mace. Okay, let's continue on.
So back to what I was talking about. I don't know why Dutch is getting involved in your situation, and this ain't easy to say, but I just don't trust that he's got your son's best interests at heart.
So what can we do?
I don't rightly know. Charles and I just thought you should be aware. Maybe there's a way to stop things from getting any more out of control.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Let me give this some thought.
You know, I had a son once, years ago. Don't talk about him much.
Oh, what was his name?
Isaac.
damn it. This fucking capture and everything. It's just always desyncing. It's very annoying. To be honest, it's either HDMI or the capture card is just slowly but surely dying. I don't know at this point. Or it's my computer, and I think it's probably my computer, to be honest.
His mother,
flipping out.
Eliza, was a waitress I met. When she got pregnant, she knew who I was, what my life was. I didn't want to promise nothing I couldn't keep, but I said I'd do right by them. Every few months, I'd stop by there for a few days. He was such a good kid. She was too, I guess. Just a kid, 19.
What happened?
I got there one day and saw 2 crosses outside. I knew right away. Turned out some bastards had come through. Robbed them and shot them dead. And offered $10. Hardened me, feeling that kind of pain. But I know now that you don't get to live a bad life and have good things happen to you.
I think you're being hard on yourself.
Maybe. All I can do now is try...
Wait, stop here. I want to pick some ginseng.
Well, that opens up more.
More about this later.
More of why he's now like opening up near death. You know, it's time to stop being so hardened by everything.
This will combine well.
Didn't even help me because I can't consume anything else. Oof.
Wait there. I'll put these in your saddlebag. Mix these together. They taste awful, but it'll help to keep your strength up. All right, let's go. It's not much further now.
What was that?
What was I talking about?
Oh. Maybe.
Maybe.
All I can do now is try and make some things right. I appreciate the herbs, but I think it's gonna take more than that. I saw a doctor and he says I'm in a pretty bad way.
I'm sorry to hear that.
This situation we're in, me, Dutch, and the others, I don't know how long I got, but some of them, they still got a chance to have a life. I just think if I could give them that, then maybe this ain't all for nothing.
I think there is much you can still do, Mr. Morgan.
Easy there, girl. Nice job, girl. Good, my girl.
It's just up ahead. What's happened? No! It can't be.
destroyed everything. I need to find the Chanupa. Who would do this?
Someone who wanted to enrage you.
Help me look around, please. The Chanupa is gone.
Of course. What is it?
A ceremonial pipe. There must be some clues to what happened here.
Whiskey. Bastards are having a party up here.
Of course they were.
What reason would they have?
There's some whiskey here.
I can't get any more, but if you're thirsty, you can have some.
Mr. Morgan! An empty bottle of whiskey.
Well, if they drank all that, they couldn't have gotten too far.
Yeah, well, still no sign of the Chanupa.
Fucking flasks and whiskey and everything.
Sure looks like they was doing some drinking.
Look there. Smoke. Do you have any binoculars?
Yeah.
Oh, there they are. These
Can't even fucking
brave
see.
men.
So blurry.
Some of Colonel Favor's men. They must have been the ones who did this.
Are you surprised this happened?
Not at all. But I hope we were past this.
Well, you got land they want. Land with oil.
They moved us here. They've taken everything we had. I signed 3 treaties myself, and they've broken each one. Now they've taken the last hope. Now my people are going to want a war. A war they can't win.
Not if I get it back.
Get it back?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in, get your Chanupa, no one will be any the wiser.
Would you do that?
Well, you can't go, they know why you'd come.
I don't have any money.
No, I don't need your money.
Would your son take all your money? Because all of a sudden your son's like, I got money, I can pay. And what the fuck?